Hey guys, what's up? I am back from Nashville. As you can see, I'm sitting in the Cadillac. I had some work I needed to do. I have some school I need to do. I have some work I need to do. And I have some personal work that I need to do as far as like just working on me, things that I need to work on. And so I am fixing to go into Panera and sit down and work on some of that stuff. But I just had like a major breakthrough this weekend at my leadership summit for my company. It was something that was a trip that you had to earn. It's for the top leaders in the company, and you had to actually qualify for it. So it wasn't just because you're at this rink you get to go, you actually had to qualify for it. And so I earned this trip, and it's the first one I've earned in 4 years to go to the leadership summit. I've gotten so close so many times and missed it. And so I was so excited to be able to go. And honestly, if you know me well, or if you followed me long, you've probably seen that I have gone through some periods of like lots of activity and lots of engagement and lots of videos and lots of talking and sharing my heart and cooking and baking and just playing with the kids and just all that stuff. And then I've gone through a period of just silence and just kind of backing up and posting a few things here and there and trying to go live and do a cooking video here and there. But I've just kind of gone silent. And I wanted to kind of explain that to you and share with you what's been going on in my life and what kind of breakthroughs I had this weekend. Because it's life-changing for me, and I believe that it can be a breakthrough moment for you too. So I've prayed over this this time that we have together to be able to share with you what's going on. And I'm a real person. I like to be real. I like to be genuine. I like to share my heart. So I'm going to do that with you. And it just kind of share what happened this weekend, because it was insane, you guys. Like, I legit broke this board. I'm going to show you. I brought it with me. Because I'm just like, I want to carry this everywhere. I wanted to like carry it on the plane. I just put it in my bag. But so this is the board. And it is real wood. It is a 1-inch thick piece of wood. I don't know what kind of wood. I don't care. I broke it with my hand by myself on the first try. Okay, now I shouldn't say by myself because I had like 500 people cheering for me in that room. So let me tell you kind of what happened. So we went through this whole training session, and it was all about breakthrough and mindset. And what I've realized in the last like 2 years of a lot of personal development for myself, going through the divorce and being a single mom and getting back into the dating world and all of these different things, I have really had to dig deep into me, and I've had to like work on me and figure out what it is that I need and where I'm at and what things are holding me back. And so I've realized a lot of like mindsets and a lot of limiting mindsets and limiting beliefs that I had for myself. And these are things that aren't even true. Like it's things that, for example, this weekend at the leadership summit, I'm there and I'm like sitting with all these top income earners because they're my friends. Like, you know, I know these people, they're my friends. And we're sitting there for different events and dinners and lunches and things. And I'm sitting here going, this is amazing. This is so cool. Like I have all these impactful people, all these powerful people, all these people that have all this wisdom and knowledge that are right here at my fingertips. And then on the inside though, my mind was going, you don't belong here. You're not good enough to be here. You don't deserve this. You are not good enough to be at this table. You're not good enough to be in this circle. You don't belong here. And you guys, it was like this internal battle the whole time going on with me. Like, I don't belong, but I do. I earned this. I'm at this rank. I've worked hard for this, but I don't belong. They don't really want me here. They don't really want to be with me. Like, it was so like eye-opening for me to see like how much internal struggle I have with that because of the belief system that I grew up with and the way that I was treated growing up and the relationships and the choices that I made to get into and be involved with people who didn't value me and see who I was, but they put their projection of who I was on me. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. And I accepted those beliefs. I accepted the lie that I'm not good enough. I accepted the lie that I'm not pretty enough. I accepted the lie that nobody ever really wants you to hang out. I accepted all of those lies. And so I had to get real honest and real truthful with myself over the last couple of weeks. Sorry, I got somebody pulling in next to me. It's distracting. And so over the last few weeks, I've been really diving deep and saying, like, what is it that's holding me back from where I want to be? Because I got in this place of like, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with where I'm at in my business. I'm going forward. I'm projecting the future that I want. I'm imagining the future that I want. I'm manifesting that because I'm focusing on the future and not what's holding me back. Well, over the last little bit, I like sunk into this like depression and this lack and this lack mindset and poverty mindset, and oh my gosh, I'm failing and things are not going the way I want them to be, so it must be that there's something wrong with me, and so then I just started like spiraling into these poor mindsets and these poor thoughts. And I'm sure if you're watching the video and you want to comment down below, like if you're dealing with that, give me an emoji that, hey, yeah, I've dealt with that, because I know that you've dealt with it. And if you don't put your emoji, whatever, you're lying. We've all dealt with it at some point, right? We all have those moments of self-doubt and unbelief and just thinking I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable, I'm not capable, whatever, right? So hi, Kayla. Kayla was there with me. She got to experience this with me, and it was like a moment I'm sure that neither one of us will ever forget. We'll carry that forever. And I'm so proud of her that she earned that trip, and it's just amazing. So we had this moment of training, like where they were telling us, okay, this is how you're going to break through this board. And you guys saw the live. If you didn't, there's a live on my page where we actually recorded everybody that did it, and there were like 550 people, and every single person broke that board. Some took longer than others, some took more tries, but some of us, we just were able to go right through it. And the thing about that was it was a mindset. It was believing I can do this, I am better than this, I'm stronger than this, I can get through this. And the biggest thing for me, I had a breakthrough moment last night, you guys. I sat down and was doing my journaling, which if you don't journal, it helps immensely with processing your thoughts and your fears and your emotions and just what's going on in your life. And when you go back and read that a year from now, you're like, oh my gosh, I've grown so much. And if you go back and read it a year from now and you're like, oh, I have not grown at all, you got issues with that, like work on that. Personal development, I can help you with some books. I'm happy to help you. If you haven't received a free Audible book, I can actually like talk to you and see where you're at. And like, I'm not a life coach or anything, but I love helping people. So, if you say, hey, I'm struggling with this or that, I've probably struggled with that same thing, and I've probably read a book about it that's probably helped me a lot, and I can probably send it to you for free. So anyway, I'm a big proponent of, or advocate of, Audible books. So anyway, so we're talking about all of this like stuff that's holding you back. And so he said, on one side of the board, you're going to write a big X and you're going to write one word. And I was like, I need like the whole freaking board to write all the things that are in between me and where I want to be. What is it that's holding me back? And he said, I want you to write one word that would describe whatever the biggest thing is that's holding you back. And guys, I was sitting here thinking about relationships, about business, about family, about finances, about my future, all of those things. What is it that's holding me back? What is it that I have to break through to get where I want to go, to get to that next level, to hit that director level in my company, to be one of the top income earners in my company, to be a speaker on stage at convention, to be the mom I want to be able to afford the things I want to afford for my kids, to be able to have a relationship that is healthy, that is a loving, accepting, giving, but back for the 100% coming together, where we are living in the overflow, to have that kind of relationship and that marriage and that family atmosphere, the family situation where there's a blending of the families and the love and acceptance that goes with that. So what is it that's holding me back from all of those things? It's my mind. It's my mindset. It's all in here. It's what do I believe about that? What do I believe is capable, is possible for me in the future? And what is it that I deserve? And I have lived so long thinking I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough for this. I got what I deserved. I made my bed. I'll lie in it, right? No, no, it's beyond that. Like I'm beyond that. And so I realized that I have a major blockage between me and my future of fear. And all of those areas, I fear that I'm not a good enough mom. I fear that I'm not a good enough wife. I feel that I'm not a good enough girlfriend. I feel that I'm not a good enough person to date. I feel that I'm not good enough to get to that next level in my business. I feel I'm not a good enough leader. I fear that I am, what words am I looking for? I'm being really, really, really transparent with you guys right now, and I just kind of got nervous about it. Like, I just got hot. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm telling people this stuff. But, it's good to be transparent. Oh, and somebody just hit my door with their car, a black car. I hope there's not a mark on my white Cadillac. She hit an R2. She just looked at me and was like, hey. Guess I'll see. We're going into the same place, so I have to get your insurance. No, it should be good. I got a tough car. Anyway, so all of those fears. So honestly, I fear success. Do you fear success? Has anybody ever feared success? Like, this is crazy. It's a crazy fear. We all want success, but I fear it. I fear failure. I fear rejection. I fear abandonment. I fear acceptance. Like, how do you fear both of the things, both ends at the same time? I don't know. It's a mindset thing. I got to get through it, right? So I'm working on those mindsets. I'm working on getting through those things. But just being honest, fear. So that's what I wrote on my board. So I'm going to show you. Big ol' X, and I wrote fear, right? Fear of approval, fear of lack of approval, fear of not being good enough. I was terrified I wasn't going to break this freaking board. Look at this. Like, it's wood. It's real wood. And I was so terrified, you guys. And he said we're going to do it. And I was like, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this? Because I have health issues. Like, I bruise so easy, you guys. I have bruises all over. I have no idea where they came from. I have, like, severe health issues that hold me back from a lot of things, like physically. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna break my hand in Nashville. Like, what do I do? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna go up there and, like, so the deal was, like, there was holders, they held the board for you, and then everybody else, like, you were in groups of 10, and your little group of 10 was all to encourage each other to write on one side what it is that's holding you back, and you're on the other side, you write, I'm losing track here, let me tell you this. So on the other side, you write all of the things that, what does it feel like when you get on the other side of that, whatever's holding you back, whatever that obstacle is for you. For me, it was fear. For you, it may be, I don't know. Fear is all I got, because it encompasses so much. So whatever that is for you. So he said that his was procrastination. The leader was like, procrastination. I put things off. I do that too, because I'm afraid that what if I fail? What if I mess it up, right? So I put things off until the last minute, and then I'm like, oh, I work. Is that what you thought you will? What if I break my water? So Kayla is 34 weeks pregnant and went with me, and we were both terrified. And I mean, I'm like, ah! And I took a picture of me with the board beforehand. I was like, trying to look excited. But honestly, you can see the fear in my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. And like, I wanted to do it because I was like, it's going to be so empowering. It's going to be so great. But what if I break my hand? Is there an Indian hospital around here? Like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, even if I don't break my hand, like, it's going to be bruised. 4 days. I'm going to bust all those blood vessels. It's going to be so ugly, and it's going to be so bad, and I'm going to be so embarrassed. And so the deal was, if you, like, you go to the holder holds it, and you have to go hit it, and if you don't hit it, you have to hit it again. If you don't, or break it. If you don't break it, you hit it again. If you don't break it in those 3 tries, you have to take a break. They tell you, take a break. And your job is to then stand around the circle and cheer everybody else on. And then you go at the end, after everybody in your circle is gone, then you go to the stage in front of all 550 people. And the leader of the thing holds the board for you. And he, like, is talking to you, gives you some, motivational things. He's talking to you, telling you can do this. And he holds the board for you. And in front of everybody in the entire group, 550 people are yelling your name. And then you go and you try. And you keep trying until you break it. Or give up. For me, giving up's not a choice. I refuse to give up anymore. Hashtag never give up if you're with me. I refuse to give up anymore. I refuse to give up on my dreams. I refuse to give up on my family. I refuse to give up on my future. I've given up way too much in this life. I've sacrificed myself, my dreams, my vision, my future for people who could care less. I refuse to do that anymore. I will never give up on myself again. I will never give up on my future, on my dreams, on my children, on my family again. Never give up. So when he announced that you had to go up in front of the whole crowd, if you didn't get it on a 3, he was going to do it for you. And, like, you could see that as a positive thing, but I saw it as a negative thing. I saw it as, like, that's failure. I don't want to be the one who fails. I don't want to be the one who doesn't get it in the first try or the second try or the third try. And, oh, my gosh, then you have to go in front of everybody. How embarrassing. But no, you guys, there was people that got up there and they had to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tries. But they did it. They didn't give up. This lady had arthritis severe in her hands and she did not give up, you guys. She had to go up there and she tried 3 more times on the stage, and then the 4th time she got it. So it took her 7 tries. But she didn't give up. Can you imagine how great that felt for her? Like, we all were cheering her name so loud. It was amazing. So, again, go back to the room where we're practicing, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to break my hand, or I'm going to fail, or I'm going to have bruises, and I'm not going to make it through, and I'm just going to be, like, embarrassed. So how can I get out of this? I could go FaceTime the kids and be like, oh, Evie needs me. I could run, take these heels off and run. I could go hide in the corner. I could act like I went in there. There's a bathroom right in the hallway. How can I get out of this? Because I don't want to fail. And then I was like, no, you know what? I tell my kids, don't give up. I tell my kids, you can do anything. I believe that I can make it to that next rank. I believe that I can make it beyond this poverty mindset and poverty that we've grown up in. We can get out of this. I'm not going to keep living that same cycle. So I have a choice to either give up on my dreams and continue to like spiral down and in this silence and allow the fear to win, or I can say, no, I've already overcome. I got God on my side. I'm stronger than this. I can do this. And if anybody else can do this, I can do it. Right? So if somebody else can do it, you can do it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. Might break my hand doing it. I'm going to do it. So we go into the room and we get all lined up. And so my leader, Ann Fisher, like, who is like my mentor in this business, and she is like one of the top income earners, and she's so precious. I love her so much. And she believes in me. She believes in me. And if you don't have a tribe of people that believe in you and love and support you, talk to me. Girl, I got you. I got you. We have a family of love and support, and whether it's business or friendship or whatever, like, I have that, right? You need that. And I thought, I've got to go to Ann. I got to go to Ann. I saw Ann. I locked eyes with Ann as soon as I walked in the room. I thought, I got to go to Ann because Ann can hold my board. Ann can hold my board, and I can look at her, and if I fail, at least I know she's going to love me, and I know that she's going to support me, and she's going to keep encouraging me, and she's going to hold that board for me, and it's going to be okay, and I can get through it. Well, they were all holding their boards up in the air. If they had room. Ann's board was down. It was full. And I thought, who am I going to go to? I need somebody that's going to believe in me and encourage me that I know. Because other people don't know me. They don't know my story. They don't know where I came from. They don't know what I'm going through. I was so scared. And Kayla and I just like, we're doing this. Come on, let's find somebody. And we went to the lady next to her. And Ann leaned over and was like, you got this. You can do this. And I'm like, I wanted you. I needed you. Like, I needed you to get me through. And she's like, no, you got this. And she said, I held it up, but you didn't come. I was waiting. Kayla had to pee. It's your fault. No, I'm just playing. The pregnant lady had to pee. And so I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can do this. So I don't even know the lady. I have no idea who she was. Still don't know her name. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. So the girl is holding my board. And I'm like, okay, I got to do this, right? So first we write on our boards, and they tell us to write, what is it that you feel on the other side of that breakthrough? You probably would have. What is on the other side of that breakthrough? Like, what do you feel like? What is on the other side? So I wrote people's names that matter to me on here. I wrote my team. I wrote my children. I wrote legacy, and that's my team name, Living Legacy. Peace, finances, abundance, love, joy, the books that I'm supposed to write, all of those things, freedom, confidence, people that I love and care about, their names are on this board. And I was like, what if I don't? What if I can't? Real fear. And so I went live and I recorded the first girl breaking her board, and I thought, she's not going to be able to do it. Like, it's really not that easy. This is going to take a few tries. Girl got up there and did it. And I was like, all right, we can do this, And I think she might have tried a few times. I don't remember. The video's on my Facebook. And then I thought, okay, I'm doing this. And I'm shaking. And I said on live, all right, I'm going to go live in a few minutes if I can. And I want to break this board. And I said it. I put it out there. And I started to visualize myself doing it. And I started to say, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. And so I recorded the first several people breaking theirs. And then I'm like, all right, it's my turn. I'm going to do this. So I walk over there. I'm like, don't fall. I'm wearing high heels. Get your bracing, get your bracing and your spacing right. And deep breath. You can do this. And so she's holding my board and she's telling me everything you want is on the other side of this breakthrough. You got to get there. You can do this, I'm like, all right, I can do this. So we get to the board, and the key in our training was you don't look at the board. This fear, this obstacle, whatever it is for you that's holding you back, you know what it is. Most of the time it's just fear, okay? That's probably a general one for everyone. That's not what you're looking at. You don't look at the board. You don't look at the obstacle and keep going, well, it's a big deal. It's a big problem. It's something I got to deal with. I don't know how I'm going to get through that. I don't know how I'm going to get past that. I'm so fearful of rejection. I'm so fearful of success. I'm so fearful of failing. All of that. You don't look at that. You look at, what does it look like? What does it feel like when you get through that dadgum board? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And that's what you focus on. And so he told us, when you look at the board, you will break your hand. You're not going to break the board. You're going to break your hand. You don't look at the board because this is real wood. It will hurt you. But when you look beyond that and you look beyond those problems and you look at the future, you look at the success, what it is on the other side, that love, that acceptance, that abundance, finances, peace, legacy, your children living out beyond that. What is it that you break through for you and your family, for you and your future? That's what you look at. And so he said, you look at the eyes of the holder. You don't look at the board. Look at the holder. Look him in the eyes. And you've got one hand straight out like this, right? And the other one is reared back like this, ready to go. And you're using this part of your hand right here. And you're just, boom, all the force, all the power you got, boom, push through it, right? So powerful, you guys. I'm like shaking telling you about this. It didn't hit me until I journaled last night about the experience. And it's, God is my holder. He's telling me, abide in me. Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Alicia. Kayla. Mary. Jessica. Michaela. Eyes on me. Stop looking at the problem. Stop looking at everything else. Eyes on me. I got you. I'm holding it. I'm holding it. I'm holding you. Your future's over here with me. I got you. Push through. Push through. You can do it. Push through. You can do it. Push through. Overcome. Don't quit. Don't give up. That hit me so hard last night. I was like, my God, how did I not see that? I'm so focused on this. On what do I have to get through? There's so much to get to that next level. There's so much. There's so much that has to happen for that next relationship to work. So much that has to happen for there to be that man that comes into my life that loves me and my kids, that can lead my home, that can do ministry with me, that we flow in the overflow. There's so much that has to happen. There's so much that we have to go through to get through this fear, to get to that director level. There's so much for me to be the leader that I gotta be. There's so much. But that's not the point. The point is to get beyond that, to see it. Do you see yourself succeeding? Do you see yourself in that successful relationship, in that successful family atmosphere, in that successful business, and that freedom of finances without having to worry about paying all those dadgum bills? Without having to worry about, can I put food on the table or gas in the tank? What's going to get you there? You getting through that fear. Break through it. Eyes on me. He says, eyes on me. And guess what I did when I got up there to that board? Probably the same thing everybody else did. I don't know, Kayla, you can tell me if you did it. But the board, my holder's holding the board, and she's looking at me like, all right, come on, we got this. She's looking at me, and I'm looking at the stupid board. They told me not to look at the problem. Don't look at the board. Don't look at the obstacle. Don't look at what's holding you back. You look beyond it. What did you write on this other side? Who are you doing it for? What's happening on the other side? That's what you're focusing on, because when you get through it, you're going to see all that. Guys, I got up there and I looked straight at that board and I'm like, I got you. I'm coming for you. My hands going through you. I got this, right? I'm like so intent and so intense. And I'm like, oh, you know, like all the, like, not anger, but just like, oomph you can muster up, right? And I'm looking at the board and I'm like, intense. And I hear her above all of the crowd, all of the voices, all of the chanting, all of the cheering me on. I hear her and she says, Alicia. And I'm like, yeah. And you can see it in the video. I'm like, I go from the board to looking up at her. Eyes on me. She says, eyes on me. You got this. Keep your eyes on me. You're coming through to the other side. Eyes on me. Looked at her and I nodded. Eyes on you. I got this. I'm going through this. And I hit this board so freaking hard, not just her in it. But I hit it and I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. How do you break through? I broke it. How do you break through a board and not feel it? I can't tell you the science behind it. I can't tell you how it works. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is I did it. And I know that if I can do it, you can do it. And if I broke through a flipping board with my bare hand, and I've never done it before, and I did it on the first try, I know that I can break through and overcome any obstacle that's in my way. I can deal with those self-limiting beliefs. I can deal with the fear that I faced. I can deal with those roots of rejection, those roots. I can deal with it. For those of y'all that don't know my story, I grew up in abuse. I was in and out of protective custody my entire life. I married into abuse twice. One physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, all of that. And the other, everything but the physical. I spent 20 years in bad relationships, accepting less than I was worth because I had limiting beliefs. I gave up on me. I ain't doing it anymore, homie. It's over. It's over. Are you done? Hashtag it's over. If you're ready to move forward and move on to that next level in your life. And guess what? You're going to have a whole lot of boards to break. It ain't going to be just this one. You're going to break through many boards in your life. But do it. Do it. Break through it. You deserve it. You can do it. Break through it. It's over. I'm ready. Hashtag I'm ready. Next season, it's my season. Whatever you want to hashtag down below, those are all my favorites. But guys, watch out. Get ready. You can come with me because I'm going. I'm happy to take as many people with me as want to go. And I'm not just talking about business. I'm talking about life. Life. Let's go. Let's go. It's on. So y'all get ready. Alicia's back. Mom is back. So I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be getting back into doing my events. I'm going to be getting back into doing more of the personal development videos live, sharing with you guys what God's sharing with me. And we're going to grow together. We're coming for it. We're going. It's ours. All right? So if you just popped on, you're catching the end of it. I'm hanging up now. Hanging up. Is that what you call it? I'm getting off now. But you're welcome to come back and watch the replay. Hashtag replay for watching the replay. Share this video. I think this can impact people. Share it. If you feel like sharing it, if it impacted you, if it's got value for you, feel free to share it. I'm going to share it with my fellow teammates and stuff. But guys, I love you. I support you. God loves you. Keep your eyes on the holder. Focus on what's on the other side of that board. Who are you going for? They need you to believe in you. You need to believe in you. I believe in you.